Hello adventurers! Protect the Panini Pilgrimage, it's time for Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go! Today we're going to be using these Loki dice from Norse Foundry. Dice themed after the trickster god? Sounds like a good idea. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 3. Gluten-free sweet potato wrap. Since starting this series, I have had the pleasure of exploring quite a few different gluten-free alternatives, and so far I think this might be my favorite. It has a texture pretty comparable to typical flour tortillas, especially when heated a little. And the flavor is nice, not overtly sweet potato-y. Next up, let's roll for Maine. Thor's Hammer, that's a 12. Butter and re-roll. I feel like the dice like to troll me by having me butter everything other than just typical bread. Tortillas, pizza slices, cookies, a pickle. I've buttered them all. At least we heated up the tortilla so the butter actually melted this time. Alright, let's re-roll for that Maine. 2. Potted meat. Potted meat has its roots in the days before refrigeration, when it was important to extend the shelf life of your food however you could. I understand that history, but frankly, this stuff should stay history. This boiled and pureed chicken and pork mixture is canned at high temperatures and can last a long while in your pantry. It is high in sodium and low in the need to chew. Let's roll for some cheese. 2. Provolone. Thank Shaq for cheese. Provolone isn't the strongest cheese, but it does have a nice smoke flavor that hopefully will help us here. Let's roll up some roughage. 3. Hominy and 4. Onion. Hominy is dried corn kernels that have gone through a process called nixtamalization, where it is boiled in an alkaline solution. This basically softens the kernels and makes them edible whole, or they can be further ground into meal or flour. Hominy was first developed by the Mesoamericans and remains a big part of Mexican and Central American cuisine. It's also big in the southern United States in the form of grits. For onion, today I have this red onion. It will give us a little bit of a bite, but the thing I'm most thankful for is the slight amount of crunch it will give us, as we mostly have mush so far. Let's get wild with the wild magic roll. 4. Pine cones. Yes, you heard that right, pine cones. These are candied young pine cones, a snack from Russia, where green unripe pine cones are boiled with pine syrup and made into a sort of jam. They're very sweet, but also very bitter. Loki's definitely here in full force. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 10. Kakalaki Cheerwine Sauce. This is essentially a barbecue sauce that uses cheerwine, the cherry-flavored soda from North Carolina, as one of its main ingredients. This might just be the most buck-wild combination we've ever gotten. Like, what is even happening? Once again, I will do my best to roll this up, even though the tortilla has had a lot of time to cool. We've got a leak there. We'll go ahead and get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross-section. What? You know, this one's entirely on me. I used the Loki dice. Let's give it a taste. Let's start with the pine cones. They taste like you gargled car air freshener. Then we have the potted meat, which is just salty mush, further mushified by the hominy. And then this weird cheerwine sauce trying to do something. This is not good. Just a cacophony of flavors. I'm going to give this one a 0.5 today, and I'm going to call it Pinin' for the Fjords. Earl, I never want to see these again. Good mimic. Have a great weekend, y'all. I'll be back next week.